Okay, in this video, I will be discussing the do's and don'ts of a great relationship. Things you should do and things you should not do if you are beginning a relationship or if you are already in a relationship. But before that, I want to leave you with this simple advice. You see, the scripture recorded, be your brother's keeper. It's wonderful and nice. But sometimes I used to tell people, and I've advised myself too, it's not everything that you have to be your brother's or sister's keeper. Sometimes you just have to ignore some certain things for your own peace of mind. And now, when couples or people in a relationship, maybe the other person comes to you to tell you, oh, I'm having issue with my guy, I'm having issue with my husband, I'm having issue with my girl, or something of that. Sometimes it's better to ignore. Because when you just delve into trying to mediate both partners, they might use you and settle their scores, and then perhaps may become their enemy forever. Maybe trying to settle an issue. So it's always better, it's an advice. It's always better when someone or a partner, something of that, your friend tells you something, yeah, you can ignore. Give your advice the much you can. Don't try to go extra mile to maybe trying to displease yourself to please them, to make them feel happy in their relationship. No, don't try that. Don't do that. Especially in marriage or relationship, you don't know how it came about. Please avoid problem. And then don't try to put asunder people's relationship or people's marriage. Just live your life and be cool. Remember, the devil, your enemy, the devil, prowls or roars like a running lion, morning and night, looking for souls to devour. So don't fall a victim. So now, the do's and don'ts of a relationship. Here I will have 10 guidelines to make your relationship a perfect one. And then also 10 guidelines what you shouldn't do in your relationship. Now, recall that all intimate partners are likely to face unpredictable and then challenging situations. So as they spend more time together, some partners or some relationships fold under such stress. Remember, when this girl or this guy come together to meet as couples, as husband and wife, or maybe a just relationship, these are two individuals coming from different backgrounds, that are coming from different perspectives, coming from different orientation. So it takes a kind of patience and understanding to make that relationship happen. So the couples whose love deepens when faced with difficulty do so by focusing on two things, that is the blessings of their relationship and knowing how to stay out of harm or out of each other's way. Like, recall that previously we discussed things you shouldn't do in your relationship, how to avoid toxic relationships and the rest of them. So if you haven't watched or listened to it, please kindly go down to our YouTube channel, watch, subscribe, and then comment. So now we're going to discuss the 10 do's and don'ts you shouldn't venture to in a relationship, especially when you are beginning a relationship. First one is attunement. Attunement. So accurately tuning into another person means that you get them. When intimate partners intuitively resonate with each other's heart, mind, and soul experience, they understand how their thoughts and behavior will affect them before they speak. So you should get acquainted, get along with your partner. That is number one. That's one thing you should do. Second one is tracking. All peoples are continuously affected by their past experience and unconsciously weave them into their present and future behavior. So what you should do is, you see, past. It's not always good to bring past to the present, but it's always good to remember, oh, I've done this mistake, I've made this mistake in the past. Now let me correct it in the present and then project a better future. It's very nice. Third one is transparency. We said this thing, and then this is what continues to come in a relationship. Transparency, honesty. You should learn how to be transparent. Be sincere in your relationship. Fourth one is prime time. Some couples do not even know how to have meaningful time with their partners. So it's always good, and you should learn how to do it in your relationship if you want your relationship to stand the test of time. Fifth one is traumas. So no one escapes traumatic experience in life, but some have been more damaged by them than others. Those emotional, intellectual, and bodily experiences result in exceptional vulnerability when they are triggered by specific events. So you should learn how to manage trauma here. It's normal. Every person, everyone in this life experiences one or two trauma. So learn how to manage trauma. Don't transfer aggression in your relationship if you want your relationship to stand the test of time. Sixth one is communication. Like I always say, it is not all about speaking, talking. Being able to listen accurately and then respond. Listen attentively and respond accurately. That is what matters a lot in communication. And then you see, lack of communication can spoil so many things in a relationship. So keep your communication flowing. It makes the relationship, it ignites the love in the relationship. But when you stop communicating in your relationship, you have actually said, let's end the relationship. Make your relationship work. Seventh one is mattering. So every human being needs to know that he or she is significantly important to the person he or she loves. So do not consider your person, your woman or your man less important to you. Value the person you've chosen to be your man or your woman. Value. Eighth one is focusing on the positive. You see, you don't just have to recline on the negative. Yes, the negatives are there, but focus on the positive and then work on the negative. And then you turn the negative into positivity. That is what you should do in your relationship. The third one is the gift of sanity. Remain sane. And then the last one you should do here, faith in each other and then in the relationship. Trust in each other. Have faith that this is going to work out for us. And then you see it working. And then the don'ts, things you shouldn't do in your relationship. I'm going to itemize them. Maybe next time I will explain them in details. Number one is breaking confidentiality. You know what confidentiality is? When your partner tells you something in confidence, in secret, please keep it to yourself. Don't divulge it. Second one is withholding. You see, these two partners have come together to be husband or wife or couples, fiancé, or something of that. You see, why withholding things from your partner? You see, you should just be sharing things, ideas, thoughts, so many things together. So, withholding, don't do it in your relationship. Third one is hitting below the belt. You see, when you continue to draw, like in physics, have tension and stress. When you continue to draw a rubber, oftentimes the rubber reaches its strain, its limits. It may cut. So when you notice that you've lingered, maybe you had issue, you can settle, just withdraw. Don't go further to avoid issue. Loading the emotional basis. You see, when either partner feels powerless during a conflict, he or she may try to strengthen the platform by citing other sources. Please, when you have issue, focus on the issue you have. Don't try to bring the past. Don't try to bring in the past. Focus on what has happened. If the issue is not turning on the light or not turning on the fan, focus on not turning on the fan. Don't say, oh, that is what you did last time. It brings serious issue in a relationship. Don't do it. Fifth one is blame. Sometimes your partner may do something wrong or may somehow say some awful word to you. Yes, you can talk it out. Don't always rely on blaming. Blaming may not solve the problem. You don't blame yourself. You don't blame your partner, because that leads to low self-esteem. Don't blame. Sixth one is chronic nagging. You see, when you continue to nag, nagging doesn't provide solution in a relationship. Nagging doesn't provide solution. So, nagging, don't nag in your relationship. Seventh one is broken promises. Now, if you make a promise to someone, please stick to fulfilling that promise. Stick to fulfilling that promise. Don't make a promise and then fail to fulfill the promise. If you make a promise to your partner, stick to it. Some persons promise their partner when they began newly, I'm going to love you to eternity, I will never cheat on you, I'm going to do this one. But after a while, you see them going back to what they said. So if you promise your partner one or two things, please be sincere and honest to yourself. Stick to that promise. Don't go back on your promise. 80th one is character assassinations. Personally, I detest anything like character assassinations. So you don't go behind to say awful things against your partner or against someone you know because the person is not there. Please do not say things that are, even if those things are there, try to find a way to fix them. Character assassination is very bad. 9th one is exploitation. Now, because this person has given you his or herself, and then you try to exploit them, please do not do it in your relationship. And then 10th one is boundary violation. Like we said before, if you are in a relationship, try to set a boundary. Try to set bounds. This is what we should be doing. This is what we shouldn't be doing. And then both of you should agree on it. And then you see it working for you. So try to set bounds and then do not break the boundaries. And when you do this, you see your relationship moving smoothly, and then you will be happy, and then your partner will also be happy. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you very much.